my verse. Gonna do a video on Moon and Leo, Sun and Taurus. Gonna do the little intro though first, you dig? Check it. Hey yo. Conscious in pursuit of president, speaking dollars as my president's elevated. Overthrow the president, flowing better than it's ever been. A young Anglo-American golly, how we swiftly mix the recipe and the Crescent belief. How about Riz, only found myself.
A with the vision, heaven elemental, periodic verse.
You'll be astonished,
47.
you'll be astonished. Chronic oop, doted, smoking out my lungs. Pack a punch, that's how we make my eyes bleed. Broken vision, face it like my elemental. My Mary paint chalice green, make my chakras balance. Truly want a lady, but I'm blessed. Truly want to thank ya. Truly want to thank ya to my creator, Mama Kati. Love renaissance to the fullest. It's all love from up above. Switch the lanes, gripping land with again to the fifth dimension. Face a hope, 7 in a sitting. Indian style do. Crip and blood united too. But don't pass from the blunt, fool. Shots of desert killing concerts. Spider me to drop the bomb first. On these bitch made to lead us indigo, the truly golden leaders. But it's gangland, so grab a heater. Cold as Alaska, we all King Kuta to these martial law pursuers. Another dead by police, so I interracial beef. Ground in the melting pot, divide and conquer. How they plan to feast. You dig? That's one of my favorite joints. A little verse that y'all might not have peeped yet. You see what I'm saying? I cop fire while cops fire in the streets. You dig what I'm saying? And, you know, if you're in the Ohio, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Going wild in my city. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. This is the world we living in. You dig? But yeah, that's some left field thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should just regulate the mind for a little second. You know what I'm saying? Just on that aspect. You dig? It's wild. Like, you know, if you wanted to even go to the courthouse and stuff like that, they had everything shut down. You dig what I'm saying? The whole city has certain aspects of the city all boarded up. You dig what I'm saying? So if you was coming into the city on some like tourism kind of thing, like you just trying to see the city and see what it's popping for, you know, you wouldn't even know it's really good. You know what I'm saying? You would think that like the city be down and like nothing's really popping. You dig what I'm saying? Like the city already like that in the first place, and they be having shadow government stuff. I mean, shadow Resident Evil stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Resident Evil Corporation type thing. Going on, and like it'd be like the same kind of circumstance. Like it's like dag, like, you know, no matter what we do as the city, you know what I'm saying, as the actual economy, there's like nothing you can really do about it. You dig what I'm saying? Because like you just one individual, you start making waves as just one individual a little bit too much in a certain space. You dig what I'm saying? You're not doing the right kind of rituals, then you know what I'm saying, you end up like homeboy. You know what I'm saying? They got lit up. You dig what I'm saying? And rest in peace, condolences. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's just like that. You know what I'm saying? You got people like with cameras, like for Fox 9 or Channel 19 and all that, like with their camera talking about, hey, you know, what you think the next mayor should do? Well, I think, you know what I'm saying, we should kind of like, you know, just like get to the left field of all that kind of circumstance. You know, that's kind of what I wanted to say. But then I came to the circumstance like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, that's not actually something I could really speak on with the totality to actually, you know what I'm saying, regulate the mind correctly. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, kind of had me a little bit flunked out. So I was like, dang, like, you know, I could utilize this circumstance to put my own thing on the map. You dig what I'm saying? But they already going to, you know, kind of look through everybody that they interview and actually pick out the certain circumstances they want anyway. So I was like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even invest my time in that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Building up their business instead of mine. You dig what I'm saying? I'd rather get on my live stream and talk about it. You dig what I'm saying? The next mayor, you dig what I'm saying? The next mayor should be putting letters to the Supreme Court and all that. You know what I'm saying? To shift all the legislation. You know what I'm saying? That's what Akron should be getting popping on. You dig what I'm saying? That's what the O's house should be popping on. But yeah, to get to the video, you dig what I'm saying? Just kind of be having to regulate the mind. You dig what I'm saying? You be going through certain circumstances of life. Dig what I'm saying? Whenever you trying to break through this threshold, get to that next level of things, and not even like the next level, but like the next aspect of your life, you're gonna have turbulence. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, fight the right battle type thing. But yeah, so getting into the video. It's a waxing moon with the moon in Leo right now, and the sun in Taurus. So this is a 90-degree angle. It's a square. So it's a learning process. This is a time to learn opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So this is learning to respond with a stable expression. So with that being said, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna give me some off-screen water. You know what I'm saying? They ain't sent me no email. I checked my email just the other day. You know what I'm saying? I checked my email just the other day, and they ain't sent me no $1 trillion for no promotion. You know what I'm saying? Or no deal. You know what I'm saying? I was a little bit jokey with the trillion, but you know what I'm saying? We get down to business. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so like I said, the moon in Leo, sun in Taurus. This is a square, so it's a 90-degree angle. This is time to learn opportunities. So you're going to be, with the moon in Leo, learning to react and respond in a stable expression. You know what I'm saying? So, so you're gonna be learning to respond to values as well, due to Taurus being the value sign. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like an internal sign. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is like you actually expressing your sun sign actions. So the actual sun sign that we have is Taurus. This is a time to like ground your Earth. You know what I'm saying? Your practicality and logistics. This is a time to put the what you speculated on and begin to operate in Aries season. This is a time to ground that down. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a time with Leo to create a circumstance where you're utilizing and harnessing the attention for your actual values and what you actually want to create as your new thing that you're working on, or thing that you're known to be consistent on, or known to be stubborn about. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this Uranian energy that we're going to experience whenever the sun goes over Uranus. So, so the question you can ask yourself is, how does one express one's individual stability? So how do you create stability in your own life? How does your life work? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it actually something that you value? Do you value what you've got going on a daily basis, kind of thing? Do you value the actual expression that you're putting out there? Do you value what you're accumulating, and what you've accumulated? Is it actually something that you see as like royalty? You know what I'm saying? And royalty is like a subjective thing in the aspect of, like, you know, one ruling over their own life and knowing what they actually want to do, and having their own what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like, will isn't exactly what I'm looking for. That's not the word I'm looking for. Their own shoot. I don't know why I can't think of the word right now. I want to say it start with a P, but I can't think of it. Shoot. I mean, it's like your own individual goal. You have to create your own goal, or somebody will create the goal for you. It's like, that's like kind of thing. Like, what will is another way to say it, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them words. So you got to create what you want to be known for, and the actual will that you want to create. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to be harnessing this attention to create a value system for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So in this waxing space, one should look to accumulate the right attention to add to one's stability. So that's really like the key here. It's like, what you got going on, is it actually something you can see as stable and you can continue to do throughout the rest of the year? So like Aries initiates and creates, Taurus fix is going to ground, you know what I'm saying, which is going to be that earth sign. So it's going to practicalize what you just initiated. So you're practicalizing what you initiate in Taurus, and then you're beginning to think, think about like the old ways of doing things and the new way of doing things in Gemini, and what you could actually, kind of like work together with, like bring the old into the new, and re-innovate. That's the word I'm looking for. When you go through the Gemini season, and then after Gemini, after you've kind of done that speculation, then you're going to initiate the actual feeling that you were working on creating in Aries. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever you reinvented in Gemini, now you're going to say, oh, okay, now that's how I actually want to feel about what I initiated and created in Aries. And then boom, whenever you feel that certain type of way, then you express that, and so on. You know what I'm saying? So this is why the beginning half of the zodiac is all the individual signs. So then to finish what I'm saying, the Leo is going to express what the Cancer felt about. And then in the Virgo season, you're going to actually create a routine and pattern to actually worry about, And then Libra, you're going to relate that and have that harvest season enacted in the Virgo season. And you're going to relate what you've actually harvested. And you're going to trade what you got going on in the Scorpio season. And then and then the Sagittarian season, you're going to came to this realization of what you reinvented in Gemini season. Okay, was the best thing to reinvent? So like, did I put the right thing from the past circumstance in the new circumstance? And then in Capricorn, then you build what you think, what you feel is best that you reinvented. And then with Aquarius, then you're going to actually talk to other people, like get that genius idea, like, oh, this person did it this way and I did it this way, but what if I did this in this whole new way that's unique and original that no one's done it before, but this would actually make sense because this is how both things work. Like they did it this way, I did it this way, both ways worked. So maybe I could put them both together. And then in Pisces season, you have this dream about what you were just talking to everybody else about. And then the Aquarius season, and then the Aries season, you initiate and create a new vision for what you've just created in that dream realm with Pisces. And then the cycle continues. So yeah, this is that waxing space. So you're creating new accumulations with the waxing moon. So we could just have that new moon, like Aries, Taurus, cuspy thing, kind of thing. So I'm gonna get the houses right this time. I flunked out last time if you tuned into the first live that I dropped. But we gonna leave that all in the past. That was yesterday, today is today. So this is all gonna be about the square. So the square is, like I say, a learning process, so learning and opportunity. So the first house is gonna learn the first house and the 10th house, the first house is going to be a square to the 10th house, right? And that'll be for the Leo rising. This is how I'll do the whole template. So since the moon's in Leo, I'm going to do the first house in Leo first. So the Leo rising will be the first house that I'll break, first rising sign that I'll break down. And then boom, after that it'll be Cancer, having Leo in the second house, will have a square to the 11th house in Taurus. So just to reiterate, so if you have that Leo rising, this is going to be the first thing we break down, and then you have a square being enacted whenever we have the Taurus sun going through that same degree. So then boom, for Cancer rising, you'll have Leo in the second and Taurus in the 11th. So Leo moon in the second and Taurus sun in the 11th. This will be that square, so that learning process. So for the Gemini rising, they'll be having the 3rd house and the 12th house square. And then for the like I say, the Gemini is going to have and Leo in the 3rd, and then Taurus in the 12th. For the Taurus rising, they're going to have Leo in the 4th and Taurus in the 1st. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Aries rising is going to have Leo in the 5th and Taurus in the 2nd. So, see what I'm saying? So, reiterated that and etc. So, it's with the Leo rising, it'll be an opportunity to learn how to harness personal 1st house attention for a status 10th house. So, this will be a time to harness your attention to create a value system that actually works. And that's for the Leo rising. And then for the Cancer rising, they're going to have Leo in the 2nd house. So they're going to be having an opportunity to learn how to harness their reaction and response to valuing attention for associates. Do you know what I'm saying? So this group that they're in is going to be having this, like they're going to create a way that their value system works within their group. Then with the Gemini rising, they're going to have Leo in the 3rd. They have Leo in the 3rd and Taurus in the 12th. So an opportunity to learn how to communicate 3rd house, Leo, expression. So they're going to express this communication about a dream, 12th house. Their dreams, illusions, and nightmares. Taurus, what they actually value. So they're going to communicate about this dream, and in turn, they're going to be communicating about this dream to make it work. So they're going to be working on this actual dream that they got going on in the environment. So it'll be learning that opportunity, how to work better in the environment, and create a new dream. So, or not create that dream, but work on that dream. So then at the Taurus rising, you're going to have Leo in the 4th, and that'll be an opportunity to learn how to care, 4th house, for one's personal affairs, 1st house. So you're going to be learning how to care more for your personal affairs, what you got going on in your personal life, Taurus rising. And then for the Aries rising, it'll be an opportunity how to learn how to harness one's expression, 5th house, for what one values, 2nd house. So them having Leo in the 5th house, they're going to be learning how to harness their expression for what they value. So creating learning how to utilize what they express to actually build on what they value and work on that. So then for the Pisces rising, they'll have Leo in the 6th, so they'll have an opportunity to learn how to schedule an environment. So they'll be learning how to be in the environment and create a schedule and actually work on what they got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? And also, this is a time to create a health regimen and work on your schedule of when you maybe take vitamins or what time you should eat or what's time for your internal clock is best for you. And then with the Aquarius rising, they'll have the Leo in the 7th house, an opportunity to learn how to relate, 7th house, for what one cares for, 4th house. So the individual that's close to your heart, you're going to be learning how to relate to them more, Aquarius rising. This might be a time that's a little bit tricky because it's a square, you're all squared up and oppositioned up, but this is the time to actually be in that relationship and actually talk to people and care for what they got going on and work on what the actual relationship is. So for the Capricorn rising, they'll have Leo in the 8th house. So this will be an opportunity to learn how to harness secrets or transform for one's expression. So 5th house. So them having Leo in the 8th house, they're going to be transforming their expression, transforming what they got going on behind the scenes for an actual better expression, have a more stable expression. Hey, that's some Capricorn shit right there. So Taurus, at Sagittarius, they're going to have Leo in the 9th house, so they'll have an opportunity to learn how to harness their knowledge and wisdom. For that's the 9th house for what one is worried about, their 6th house. So they're going to be utilizing this knowledge and wisdom to actually create a schedule and to say like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be so worried about this at this point in time. Maybe I should be putting my mind on the detail of I should be worried about what's going on in this point in time. So for in the morning time, I should be more concerned about getting things ready. You know what I'm saying? That's that knowledge and wisdom that I'm going to utilize, that they're going to utilize. And maybe in the right before they're about to leave, they should think about, okay, what do I actually want to eat today? What should I put in my lunch? And that's the kind of thing they should be worrying about. So you're gonna be learning how to value on, we're learning what to value and learning what to actually put on the schedule. It's like Sagittarius is all over the place. So they're gonna be kind of trying to find an actual schedule for them is gonna be kind of a difficult thing. But this is an interesting space for you, little Sagittarius. So you're gonna have that 9th house Leo knowledge of wisdom and how you actually like to receive things, kind of thing. So put the schedule on how you like to receive and what you actually like to utilize for yourself at a certain point in time throughout the day. And that's kind of like how you could utilize this energy best. And then for the Scorpio rising, this will have Leo in the 10th house. So an opportunity to learn how to harness a status for a relationship. So you're going to be learning how to harness your status for what you actually want to relate to. Simple as that. So what you're known for, and what you're reacting and responding about what you're known for, you're then going to be in turn learning how to utilize that to actually have a better relationship and relate better. Okay, this is my business that I utilize, and I talk to people like this in my business. Maybe I should be more understanding like I am in my business to people that I relate with, and maybe that would work better for me. So I'll give you a little knowledge of wisdom, little Scorpio rising. And then for the Libra rising, you're having Leo in the 11th house. So an opportunity to learn how to create a secret group. Pretty much simple as that. You're going to be behind the scenes and, in the humanitarian aspect of life right now. So you're going to be working on what you actually want to transform, what group you want to actually utilize to, create that secret pact with, you little Libra rising. You dig what I'm saying? Another way to look at this would be learning how to utilize what you're expressing to your associates in your group, and how you actually want to work on what you got going on behind the scenes. So what you're working on behind the scenes is coming out in the group setting. So it's kind of like a little interesting energy here going on. And then last but not least, we got the Virgo rising, which will have Leo in the 12th house. So an opportunity to utilize an opportunity to learn how to utilize a dream or illusion for their knowledge or wisdom or ways of traveling. So the Virgo rising is going to be learning how to utilize their dream to actually travel and for what they're working on. So like, okay, what you actually feel comfortable reacting and responding to, and the actual expression that like you see yourself being in, what you actually want to react and respond to. Boom, you're going to actually travel that space in your mind, and then in turn you're going to be traveling in reality to these certain spaces, eventually, and see, okay, how can I learn how to get into these spaces that I actually want to be in. This is the time that's kind of like a real mutable space. So you can either be adjusting in reality, or you can be adjusting in your internal reality as well. Like the 12th and 9th house are like that. It's real Jupiterian. So you can it's like a lucid dreaming kind of travel thing. You could like create an aspect to travel to in your mind, and then actually travel there whenever you have the sun and the moon working with your 9th and the 12th house. This is kind of like, it doesn't happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? You think about the moon being squared to the sun. It doesn't happen all the time, but whenever it does happen, you got to utilize it whenever it's actually happening, and that's why astrologers like myself make these videos. So last but not least, we have the my email for break down the readings for y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need a reading for personal reading, natal reading, synastry reading, which is also compatibility, progress chart reading. If you just wanted to, do a 1 hour consultation to get a better grip on astrology and get a better grip on understanding your chart, and if you just wanted to ask me questions for an hour kind of thing, I'd be cool with that. So just email me at conscious1347@gmail.com, and I'm gonna do that letter by letter, number by number for y'all real quick. That is conscious1347@gmail.com. Once again, that's conscious1347@gmail.com. So yeah, holla at me. Peace out. And enjoy y'all Moon and Leo.